Loot-driven progression, powerful character builds, and action-packed combat remain a big part of the ARPG genre. This lineup features some of the most interesting new and upcoming ARPGs and Diablo-like games expected to arrive in 2026. Let's get right in.
This feeling, as if I've arrived at this moment.
Realm of Ink is an action roguelite where players control Red, a swordswoman trying to uncover the truth behind her existence. Combat uses fast attacks, different weapons, ink gems, artifacts, and upgrades that create new build combinations in each run. Players are joined by an ink pet companion that can transform into different forms with unique abilities. The game also includes boss battles, challenge modes, and areas inspired by Chinese inkwash art and folklore.
My blade needs sharpening. Your skull should do the trick.
Quite a curious little thing.
I know who I am, and I know my purpose isn't to bend to the likes of whatever the hell you are. Either clear the path or I'll clear right through you.
Dimraeth is a fantasy RPG that can be played alone or with up to 8 players. Players create a character from different races and classes, then develop their build through skill trees, attributes, spells, and equipment upgrades. Combat uses real-time elemental abilities, with more than 300 spells and element combinations. The game also includes crafting, base building, relationship systems, boss encounters, and a handcrafted pixel world where weather, seasons, and player actions affect the environment.
Something is destroying it from the inside.
Ember and Blade is an action roguelite where players control an immortal demon hunter fighting against Asmodeus and large demon armies. Combat combines melee attacks, bullet hell encounters, and boss battles that require timing and strategy. During each run, players receive different celestial blessings that change abilities and combat options. The game uses a run-based structure where defeat leads to another attempt, allowing players to uncover more of the story and strengthen their approach.
Why are you doing all this? Saving the world is noble and all, sure. But what do you get out of it?
You noble wretched angels will never grant you a thing. Leave with every hands a hollow name.
You'll run into me eventually. No need to rush. As long as you keep descending deeper, 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 deeper.
Blighted is a Metroidvania action RPG set in a corrupted world affected by a deadly blight. Players take control of a survivor searching for the memories of their people while fighting through interconnected areas and challenging bosses. Combat relies on timing, combos, openings, and powerful finishing attacks. A unique blight system increases the player's abilities while also changing enemies and parts of the world. The game can be played alone or with another player in co-op. Greyskin is a dungeon-crawling action RPG where players choose from 4 classes and battle monsters across dungeons, caves, and wastelands. Combat combines top-down shooting with skills, abilities, and character upgrades. Players can collect loot, craft equipment, improve builds through skill trees, and unlock stronger upgrades. The game includes procedural dungeons, boss fights, rare gear, different environments to discover, and endgame activities that continue character progression after the main adventure. Darklight Survivor is an action roguelike survival game set in a shattered multiverse. Players take the role of a dark hunter, traveling aboard the Phantom Train while searching for Elysium. Combat can switch between top-down and third-person views using melee weapons, firearms, abilities, and upgrades. The game features 3 character classes, permanent progression systems, weapon customization, different biomes, boss battles, collectible artifacts, and a pixel mode that changes the visual presentation. Emberville is an action RPG set inside the Vitra Modus, a vast underground prison where death no longer lasts. Players explore dangerous areas, fight monsters and bosses, rescue survivors, and uncover the secrets of this strange world. Combat includes melee, magic, ranged weapons, and multiple classes that can share skills. The game also features gathering, crafting, farming, cooking, character customization, estate building, and rebuilding the town of Emberville as new residents are rescued.
In your mind, the villagers need your help, and the Vitrometus is no place for weaklings. It will be a difficult task, but together, you will rebuild this town. Find a safe place and hone your skills to prepare for the challenges ahead. And there will be many. For the eternal prison knows no bounds.
There's no way out of this prison, Wanderer. Nor from the unceasing grip of death.
The fire is not out yet.
In Cinderia, players fight through a dark fantasy kingdom ruled by the Ash Witch. 4 playable heroes offer different weapons, skills, and combat styles. Character builds are created by combining embers, spell cards, relics, and gear to unlock new effects and abilities. Each run features changing routes, events, and encounters. The game also includes fast-paced combat, more than 130 relics and equipment pieces, and over 180 skills for each hero.
Again into the foul, corrupted waste. Taking her power and transforming ourselves in infinite ways. The shifting wastes are never the same. But we fight on until the fire is out.
Bounty Brawl Most Wanted is a shooter where players take on bounty hunting missions across dangerous planets alone or with up to 4 players. The game features 8 hunters, each with unique weapons, abilities, and combat styles. A lasso system allows players to move through environments and attack enemies in different ways. Each run includes randomized upgrades, items, and perks that change character builds. Boss hunts eventually lead to a final competition to determine who claims the bounty. Spark in the Dark is a dark fantasy dungeon crawler set inside an ancient and mysterious dungeon. Players can choose from 5 hero classes, each with unique skills, and descend through dangerous levels filled with monsters, traps, and hidden areas. Character progression is tied to skill usage, equipment management, blessings, curses, and injuries. The game also features procedural generation for enemies, loot, equipment, and parts of the dungeon, making each descent different. Banquet for Fools is a party-based RPG, where players lead 4 companions across the island of Invamona to investigate the disappearance of an entire village. Combat combines beat-em-up action with tactical commands, allowing players to switch between party members and coordinate attacks. Characters develop through skills, weapons, spells, songs, and other abilities that improve through use. The game also includes open-world travel, quests, exploration, crafting systems, and choices that affect relationships with towns and settlements.
You are a failure. Is the glorious stupidity of the current monarch carrying the races of men to extinction? Maybe.
The Kingsward is an open-world RPG with isometric combat and a flexible class system. Players can choose from 3 races and combine abilities from different subclasses to create their own character build. The game includes combat, crafting, gathering, trading, profession progression, and equipment customization. Players travel across multiple regions filled with dungeons, puzzles, quests, enemies, and hidden items while searching for the legendary Kingsward and uncovering the story behind the kingdom.
Weird NPCs, navigate overly dramatic family dynamics, and don't forget to roll, and roll, like in all the popular RPGs. The Kingsward! Made just for fun by a small indie studio.
Aksun is a hack-and-slash game inspired by Korean shamanic folklore. Players descend through the cursed realm of Aksun, fighting enemies with weapons, spells, counters, and special awakening abilities. Character builds are created through artifact systems linked to different elements such as fire, ice, wind, earth, and lightning. Each chapter uses branching paths that offer upgrades, new artifacts, and other choices. The game also features multiple weapon types, boss battles, and progression built around engraving powerful artifacts. Gods, Death, and Reapers is an extraction RPG set in an afterlife where mythological realms have fallen into ruin. Players take missions from death, enter dangerous areas, complete objectives, fight enemies and other players, and extract with valuable loot. Equipment, artifacts, and loadouts can be managed from a personal fortress between missions. The game includes PvPvE extraction gameplay, a single-player story mode, and a cooperative PvE mode where players work together against enemy factions. Lunarium is an action RPG where players control Ave, a knight who travels with a starfarer named Lune to save a world on the brink of collapse. Combat combines sword attacks, dodges, parries, magic support, and character progression through skills and abilities. Players can unlock new combat options, equip passive enhancements, and strengthen both characters over time. The adventure takes place across different realms filled with enemies, environmental challenges, and hidden secrets tied to the world's past.
It probably isn't possible for...
The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, is an action RPG where Elliot and his fairy companion Faye travel across 4 different ages to break a curse and uncover the world's history. Combat uses 7 weapon types, real-time attacks, and fairy magic that can assist in battles and puzzle solving. Players can equip 2 weapons at once and customize them with magicite found during the adventure. The game combines combat, puzzles, character progression, and time travel across multiple eras.
When Elliot decides to do something, he does it. He's always been that way.
You're going into battle ready to put your life on the line, aren't you? To save us all.
Will this truly transport me through time?
Are you truly willing to submit to beastmen to make your lives easier?
Could it be that the vast magical energy was too much for them to handle?
This village is a shadow of what it once was.
Now, follow me!
Be not a prisoner of power, for those who desire it are crushed by its hand.
No matter how many times you fall, I'll be here to help you get up again!
We decided to claim a better future. I'm not going to let everyone down!
Grim Dawn Fangs of Asterkarn is an expansion that adds the snowy region of Asterkarn with new story content, locations, enemies, and factions. Players can use the new Berserker Mastery, opening additional class combinations and shape-shifting abilities. The expansion also adds new items, bosses, potion customization, item transmutation, and equipment upgrades. Additional endgame activities include expanded challenge modes, new roguelike dungeons, and more areas within the Shattered Realm.
The deer family includes elk, red deer, moose, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Introducing the Stag Launch.
Path of Exile 2 is an action RPG set in the world of Rayclast. Players can choose from 12 character classes and develop their build through 36 ascendancy specializations, weapon swapping, and a large passive skill system. Combat encourages combining multiple abilities instead of relying on a single attack. The game includes a 6-act campaign, challenging boss encounters, crafting systems, trading features, and an endgame atlas filled with procedurally generated maps and activities.
If we keep moving, we can stack up to 3 Vivid Wisps for our literal buckshot. Obviously, the downside here is the movement requirement. Oh dear, we gotta get that cardio up. Vylaris has invested somewhat into movement speed, but the primary focus is our dodge roll. We're using this amulet and these boots to improve our dodge speed and length. Plus they also make us float, which is just cool. Fortuitously, our total dodge roll distance is just over 10 meters, which means we regenerate a stag every dodge roll. Furthermore, dodging everywhere instead of sprinting is safer, and it means we have time to blast between dodges. Speaking of blasting, this build uses grenades for a reason. Any attack skill will trigger the stags, but grenades are especially useful because they don't have any wind-up to fire. We can dodge, shoot, and dodge with barely any downtime. This build uses an array of grenades so we never exhaust the cooldowns. Explosive grenade, cluster grenades, and flash grenades leave our enemies grazed and confused. To blast even more, we're using Primal Bounty. This ascendancy point lets us shoot extra projectiles when we prime it with a dodge roll from time to time. This doesn't get us any more stags, but it does get us more grenades. To improve our DPS, our dares per second, we'll pick up the Morrigan's Guidance. This will generate more wisps, and our stags will get progressively stronger and more shocking each time they leap, like a 10,000 watt Christmas decoration. The final pieces of our ascendancy are Wild Protector, a bear companion which helps distract bosses, and finally Sacred Unity, a passive that buffs our 3 other spirit skills. Most importantly, it turns our stags into homing missiles, letting them target enemies themselves instead of moving straight forward. Sacred Unity also causes our projectiles to lay down soaring ground, which lets us move even faster and launch even more stags. With all this together, you'll be flying through maps, blasting grenades and launching stampedes, and you'll be left wondering who's getting married. Because it's a stag party, baby! For improved damage, Phylaris is using a nice, big, Bambi bolt gun. This is combined with investment on the tree, some grenade nodes, but mostly generic damage nodes, since the stags don't count as projectiles. We'll need to go into the warrior side of the tree for those. For single target, Phylaris has a weapon swapping setup, with oil grenades on a second weapon set. Oil grenades debuff enemies with exposure that lowers their elemental resistances. With the set passives, Phylaris has grabbed a bunch of relevant stats, like exposure and shock magnitude, so that the oil is even more potent. With Mirage Archer on our second weapon set, we can keep firing oil grenades even when we've swapped back to our primary set. This efficient use of the tree helps us get more bang for our buck. In terms of other support gems, Phylaris is using mostly what you'd expect for a typical grenade build. However, one fun exception is Volt. This builds up extra lightning damage as your character travels more, and of course, we're traveling a lot, so we can make full use of this skill on several of our grenades. For our defenses, this build focuses on evasion and deflection to survive those vulnerable moments when you accidentally dodge into a nasty pack. For better defense, sorry about all the puns, maybe I should rein it in. For better defense, you can swap out the Decree of Flight boots for Atzeri's Step. Phylaris is also using Refutation, a new ward skill that will block hits for a period of time as an emergency defense button. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, well, wouldn't you like to know? For this look, the unique boots are already Divinity themed, giving us golden wings when we dodge. So, the Knight of Divinity armor from the supporter pack completes the look. If you want more ruckus in the form of holy lightning and feathers covering the battlefield, also consider the Valkyrie Herald of Thunder effect. Well, that's the core of the build, but to learn more, check out Phylaris' extensive build videos and notes. One of the coolest things about the Stag Launcher is that it's easy to get started as a simple grenade build. There's a smooth transition to stags once you acquire the tools to do so. It's also very fun to play. So next time you roll a Huntress, ask yourself, why spare when you can dare?
She sings like morning, my sister true.
No, Rest for the Wicked is an action role-playing game where players control a Serum warrior sent to the island of Isola Sacra to investigate the pestilence. Combat includes weapon attacks, parries, dodges, blocks, stamina management, and focus-based special abilities. Weapons have unique movesets and can be upgraded with runes. Players can improve their character with different attributes, craft equipment, gather resources, upgrade a settlement, own a house, and take part in fishing and farming activities.
And our prayers came back like a little lost lamb, dying so that we but not quite the same.
Alabaster Dawn is a top-down action RPG where players control Juno, a chosen warrior trying to remove Nyx's curse and restore humanity. Combat uses 4 elements, 8 weapon types, weapon skill trees, and special abilities that can be changed during battles. Players can solve puzzles, gather resources, find equipment upgrades, and rebuild settlements that unlock new paths and opportunities. Character growth includes gems, crafting, cooking, and different combat enhancements.
They dealt in blood, festered in sin.
The Dark West is an action RPG set in a western frontier damaged by corruption, dark deities, and occult forces. Players take the role of a witness trying to survive through combat that uses firearms, curses, rituals, movement, timing, and resource management. Character progression includes skill trees, abilities, talents, runestones, and loot that can create different build combinations. The game also includes bounty contracts, enemy encounters, hidden bosses, vendors, and multiple factions across dangerous frontier locations.
How will you leave your mark?
Please, no! Don't! Please, no! Don't! Ah!
Dragonkin the Banished is an action RPG set in a world corrupted by dragon blood. Players choose from 4 hero classes and battle dragon creatures while collecting loot and improving their character. Progression uses the ancestral grid system, where skills and modifiers can be arranged to create different builds. Players can also raise a wormling companion, develop the city of Montascale to unlock services, take on endgame activities, and play cooperatively with up to 4 players.